Hey guys, we'll try this again. There is a wasp around me. There's a crazy wasp around me. I hope it doesn't come at me. Okay, clearing the negative energies. Take two. This is Rosemary Lonnie Knight, RNK for short. I'm the Prosperity Minister. Equip you to prosper. And one way that I definitely equip you to prosper is help you clear the nonsense that holds you back. Hopefully people can hear me this time. I probably should have brought my computer out so I could actually check. Anywho's, this is the thing. If you carry some resentments, the wasp, man, resentments, if you are unforgiving of yourself as a result of mistakes made, if you're unforgiving or really judgmental towards big companies or banks or governments or politicians, all of this stuff keeps you from your good. All of this stuff is rubbish energy that holds you back. And the crazy thing is this, okay, especially when it comes to, because I speak to lots of people, and some of them get really upset about the way companies are run, about the way the government is run, about all of this stuff. But this is the thing that you don't realize. Or maybe you do, but you're not taking seriously enough. One, your thoughts, your feelings are very creative. They're very creative. Whatever you're experiencing in your life was probably created first in what you were thinking, in what you were feeling, okay? Now, you sending that energy off to somebody else, and actually even Jesus said this, that even thinking a bad thought about somebody is as bad as committing murder, literally. Because you are, one, you're sending out horrible energy to somebody else, and also, it's coming back to you, multiplied. That's the crazy thing. It's coming back to you, multiplied. And so there you are trying to live a good, amazing life, but you have these judgments against what you consider to be other people's wrongs. But in sending out all of that judgment, instead of sending out love, you are actually sending back to yourself stuff that is not great. It's holding you back from your good. It's keeping you from what is yours by right. You want to clear that energy. You want to clear that negative resentment and anger. Another place I see people doing this thing, because when it comes to governments and big banks and all of that stuff, people get this idea that they have a right to feel angry, and that somehow by expressing their anger and frustration, that somehow it fixes things. It doesn't. It doesn't fix anything. It just keeps you from a good, which is just stupid. Okay? It's like you deliberately shooting yourself in the head. Why would you do such a stupid thing? So I get why people get angry. I understand, although I don't even involve myself in any of that craziness, I must admit, because I just don't see that it affects me, truth be told. And some might say, yeah, but then you're living in a bubble and lots of people are being affected, and if you were being affected, then you maybe be affected. You'd probably think more of it. But the truth of the matter is, I know that the divine is my source. It doesn't really matter what is happening out there, really, because when it comes down to it, when I set my mind to create something, it's going to happen regardless of what's happening in the government or in the economy or any of that stuff. And I believe that for every single person. But if you choose to believe that something out there has some kind of authority over you, then I can see why you'd get angry, but it still doesn't help you. It still doesn't actually get you what you desire. So what's the point? Another area that I see people allowing these negative energies to hold them back is in the case of where they are overly pleasing people. You would not see it as pleasing people, of course. Nobody actually really, well, some people would be self-aware enough to notice that that's what they're doing. But some people will not say that that's what they're doing. Some spiritual people will think, no, but I'm just serving. I'm trying to be helpful. But I can tell you the difference between service and pleasing people. Where you're pleasing people, there's a resentment if they don't reciprocate. There's a resentment if they don't do what you expected them to do. That's when you're people pleasing. Instead of serving. When you're serving, there isn't a resentment. there is just a desire to give, a desire to love, a knowledge also that your source is the divine. You don't need anybody else to do anything else in a specific way for you, because your source is the divine, is the universe. You don't need them to acknowledge you even. So if there's negative energy around how much you're giving, check yourself. Am I giving more than I really need to because I'm trying to make everybody happy? And also, what is it doing to me? Because I'm carrying this resentment and this anger and this stuff inside of me, and that is keeping you from your good. So you want to be checking that in yourself too. And then yes, any mistakes you may have made in the past, any errors, maybe you started a business and it failed. It's like when I went bankrupt for a lot of years, I was depressed and I felt really unforgiving towards myself because I felt as though I had failed. I had made such stupid mistakes and I needed to be punished. And so I was punishing myself for a long period of time. Again, what's the point? What has happened has happened. You've maybe learned a lesson from it, maybe not. Who knows? It doesn't even matter. Frankly, you just want to move forward. You want to move forward. Again, your thoughts and your feelings are very creative. So if you're sending thoughts and feelings of self-punishment, honey, of course you're not going to prosper. It's not going to help you prosper. It's not going to help you get the relationships and the wealth and the money and all of the stuff that you desire. No, it's not. You want to clear these things. You want to clear these things. You want to be sending love to yourself and to everybody else out there. You want to be love on this planet. And in fact, you can affirm that to yourself. I choose to be love on this planet. I choose to be love on this planet. I choose to be love on this planet. And then check yourself. Where am I not being loved? No matter how justified you might think you are. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. You don't want to be them. You want to be the best version of you. So, where do you need to clear some of this energy that you're sending out? Where do you need to clear some of this stuff that you're putting out in the world? It's like even Jesus said, if you are thinking a thought of negativity or hatred towards somebody else or anger towards somebody else, it is the same as physically murdering someone, literally, because your thoughts and your feelings are that powerful. So you may feel justified in judging other people's wealth or other people's decisions, but actually, because we're all one as well, whatever you are sending out there, you are going to get back multiplied. So just don't, for your own sake, stop with the judgments, stop with the unforgiveness and the anger and the resentment. Instead, be love. Be love. I know it sometimes seems so passive. Yeah, choose to be love on this planet, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Melody. At least everybody can hear me this time, thank God. I was thinking, am I talking to myself again? But but this is it. Let's choose to be love, okay? Let's choose to be love on this planet, regardless, because it may seem passive, because we've all been trained to think that by getting angry and voicing that, people get into groups and start talking about other groups of people, how they're horrible and how they've done this and how they've done that, and then people put on social media about how that person's done this, and it's like that somehow that makes them feel like they're doing something, but they're not. They're not. You're just using your energy to send out hatred. You're sending out hatred and putting horrible energy into the world and then wondering why the world keeps getting crazy in your view. Because that's what you're putting out there. And you're getting it back. It doesn't make them less angry. Whenever I speak to people like this and I have to kind of say to them, honey, are you any less angry for putting it all out there? And most of the time, these are people that are not really doing anything to support the people they claim to be wanting to defend. And I just think, come on, it's such a waste of energy. It's such a waste of your powerful, creative energy. Be love and think, how can I serve? Instead of wondering what somebody else is doing so it's like, I might speak to someone who thinks that the education system is rubbish. And it's like that thought, that feeling inside of you that says that you need to do something, or somebody needs to do something about the education system, is actually your purpose, your vision trying to come through and tell you that you are supposed to be doing something with the education system. But instead, I find that people that are then looking for somebody else to do something, and because that somebody else isn't doing what they think that somebody else should be doing, they get angry. It's like, no, honey. Where are you? Where are you in the marketplace bringing new ideas to the education realm? Where are you bringing new ideas to the healthcare realm? Where are you bringing new ideas to the government? Where are you bringing new ideas to business? Be love on the planet. Clear this negative stuff and be active love on the planet, okay? That is the best thing that we as deliberate people can do. We can be love on the planet. We can start to bring our ideas and dreams and things out instead of seeing it as a reason to judge somebody else for not doing what we think they should be doing. Let's be the ones that do it. Let's figure out, how can we do this stuff? What can we do? Ooh, I have a spider over my phone. Does that mean there's a spider around me somewhere? Oh my gosh. Let us figure out how we can bring those visions, because the passion you feel, it is a God-given passion, but it's for you to do something, not for you to blame somebody else for not doing something. And it's almost kind of gone off a bit of a tangent here, but I need you to understand this. Your thoughts and your feelings are very, very creative. They have created your current existence. If you don't like it, look and see where is the negativity that you need to clear. Choose to be love on the planet. Yes, I choose to be love on the planet. Keep affirming that to yourself. I choose to let go, to release all of these people, release all of the things, release your past. Allow yourself to start afresh and start figuring out, okay, these passions, these strong emotions I feel about what other people are doing, how does it play into my vision? How does it play into my purpose? How can I fulfill these things that I am saying somebody else needs to do? Okay? So instead, bring it back to you. You can co-create an amazing life experience where you're living out all these things that you're so passionate about, where you're living them out and creating an income from it and all of that stuff. You can if you choose to. But first and foremost, start to clear the crazy energy that you're carrying. Any judgments, let them go. Any resentments, let them go. Say no when you mean no, and stop trying to please people. You know, if you don't want to do something, just say you don't want to do it. Stop trying to please people. It's not the same as service. There's a difference between serving someone and pleasing someone. And then forget all the past mistakes you may have made. Learn the lesson, yeah, maybe. But you know what? You can actually tap into the wisdom inside of you and get guidance for the next steps. For most people, the reason why you made those mistakes is because you were acting from fear. You were fearful, and so you made fearful decisions, which led to crazy results. Okay? Choose not to live in fear anymore. Choose to live intuitively. Choose to live from the divine within. Choose that instead, honeys. Come on now. And if you really feel like you're not quite sure how to change the world, then, honey, learn to pray. Learn to pray more effectively, because that will be a very powerful way to change things. So, yeah, come and join me for Pray Your Way Prosperous. Join me for that, because that will teach you a nice step-by-step process that will enable you to pray better, so you're getting results. And then you'll also know when you need to act, when you need to do something, you need to move forward. Then you can, because you're connected, you've learned how to connect to the divine in a more effective way, you will know. You'll be guided. You'll always know what to do. Instead of holding all this negative energy where you feel helpless and frustrated, and so you're expressing that frustration, but actually you're not helpless. You're not helpless. You are a powerful, divine creature. You are not helpless, okay? Stop believing the nonsense. You're not helpless. You're not unable to change things. You are more powerful than you give yourself credit for, and it is time you wake up to that, okay? So come and join me for Pray Your Way Prosperous anyway. I'm going to take myself inside. All the wasps have silenced themselves, thank the Lord. And nothing stung me so far. I love when the weather starts getting better. but I have to say, I'm not spiritual enough to enjoy insects yet, basically. I find them quite disturbing when I'm trying to do something and they have all these buzzing and spider webs all around me. It's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I hope I'm not suddenly going to look around me and find spiders on my hair. Anyway, go join in with Pray Your Way Prosperous, okay? It'll be great to have you on there. Let me just kind of give you some ideas on how to become a more effective prayer. But at the same time, honey, I just wrote a blog as well about this, how people are so busy kind of doing the wrong thing. Because you're giving all of your life and your energy to things that you don't actually want your life to be about, and wondering why you can't seem to live out your calling and your purpose. Sometimes it's literally simply because you're not actually doing anything towards it, because you've convinced yourself that you can't. So as we pray and we do all of these internal works, let's also be ones who are willing to step out of our comfort zones and be love, active love on the planet. Because the only reason why we have these people, you have people to judge and complain, is because they actually are doing something so much that you see them. Where are you? Where are you? We want to see you. We want to see you being love on the planet. Are you ready? Okay, my honeys, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Join me for Pray Your Way Prosperous. It's at rosemarynonnynight.com/Pray Your Way Prosperous. And if you haven't got my free book, The Freedom Book, go get that. It's at rosemarynonnynight.com/Freedom Book. Start to break free of some of the ideas that are keeping you bound up, my honeys. And in the meantime, choose to be love on the planet. Clear the negative energies so that you can step into your prosperous, deliberate life. Until the next time. Much amazing love, and share this with somebody else, okay? Share, share, share. Bye.